Dear students, today we can see the important agents of pollination. What is pollination? Pollination is the transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma of same flowers or different flowers. There are two different agents are there, biotic agents and abiotic agents. Important biotic agents are insects and animals, where abiotic agents are the wind and water. See, the important biotic agent, insects, what are the important characteristics of the insect pollinator flowers we have to see. This is an insect pollinator flower, Hibiscus rosa sinensis, commonly called China rose. The important adaptation we can see in this flower is, flowers are large in size, showy petals. If the flowers are small, aggregated to form an inflorescence. Flowers are having this scent, nectar. Pollen grains are sticky, and stigma also sticky. Next, we have to see the characteristics of wind pollinated flowers. So this is the grass. It is pollinated by wind. And see the inflorescence. It is a spikelet inflorescence. When we observe the flowers, flowers are unattractive in the sense it is colorless, odorless, and nectarless. In wind pollinated flowers, plants produce large number of pollen grains. These pollen grains are dry and light in weight. And always, mostly this stigma is protruded out of the flower. Stamens are also protruded out of the flower. Here, the anther lobes are versatile. That is, filament attached to the dorsal side of the anther lobe at a point. Next, we have to see the important adaptations found in plants and animals. Adaptations are the characters help the organisms to adjust with the situation. Two important adaptations we have to study are the hydrophytic adaptations and xerophytic adaptations that are found in plants and animals. This is a hydrophytic plant. It is Ceratophyllum. It is a submerged hydrophytic plant. When we observe this plant, its roots are completely absent, and the stem is slender, flexible, and when we observe the leaves are narrow, arranged in whorls in the node of the stem. The cuticle is absent, and when we observe this anatomy, the leaves and the stem possess lot of air spaces or parenchymatous cells that help the buoyancy of the plant. Here, mechanical tissues are absent, and conducting tissues also poorly developed. This is an aquatic animal, fish. It shows hydrophytic adaptations. The important hydrophytic adaptations we could see in fish are the following. First one, shape of the body. The body is streamlined, so it can reduce the resistance of the water. Body is divided into head, trunk, and tail. And body is covered with the cycloid scale. Cycloid scale acts as a waterproofing. And its locomotory organ is the fins. Fins are the modified limbs. Tail is laterally compressed and narrower behind. Its respiratory organ is the gills. And its body containing a pressure sense organ, that is a lateral line. It is a bony fish found in freshwater, ponds, streams, etc. Next, we have to see the xerophytic adaptations found in plants. This is xerophytic plant Euphorbia, mainly growing in dry region or the desert region. And when we observe its stem, it is broad and green, and stem is covered with a number of spines. Spines protect the plant from grazing animals, and also it reduces the transpiration. And stem is green and photosynthetic. Stem contains latex, and stem also bear leaf. That leaf mainly fall off during this drought season. Xerophytic adaptations found in animals, that is the camel. It is adapted to desert places. It can survive for a long time without drinking water because it can store enough water in its stomach. It excretes highly concentrated urine and can withstand dehydration up to 25% of its body weight. It accumulates fat in the hump, which speeds heat flow away from the body, and its thick coat prevents the flow of heat inwards towards the body. It is able to tolerate high temperature and maintain blood moisture even during the hot period.